We teased at the beginning of the show saying, are we dating the same guy? I mean, let's face it, Tim, there's every chance with us. But anyway.
That Lewis guy I've seen before. I've seen him hanging around. I did get a picture of you, didn't I? I was on the running machine at gym and just seeing him there, and I wasn't sure, was it the sweat from the running machine, or was it just looking at him in his suit and tie?
Honestly. Well, the story we're talking about this time is there are lots of groups on social media sites across the globe, all about, but ostensibly trying to support other women, mostly heterosexual women who are dating, and they're just other women coming together saying, are we actually dating the same guy? Just to make sure that women who join these groups know whether they're maybe dating someone who's a serial multi-dater, or maybe got an unsavory background or something like that. So it's all really about just sort of like kinship and safety. However, there's one guy pictured here. His name is Nico D'Ambrosio, and he's actually sued not only a Facebook group in which his picture appeared, but also the organizers of the group, the women who have any link and related to the group, so the women that he was dating. And he's gone one step further. He's tried to sue Meta as well, the owners of Facebook, of course. So the judge who heard this case has thrown it out. He had gone viral for reasons that he didn't like, as I just said. So he tried to sue this group. This is a judge in Illinois, in the US, has thrown out the lawsuit against the Chicago-based Facebook group moderators, the women who dated him, etc., even their parents, apparently. And he had sued them for defamation, invasion of privacy, and doxing as well. You know what doxing is. What is it?
It's basically kind of revealing personal information, kind of names.
Right.
Identifiable information. So even addresses or details, numbers, who knows, could be different things. But the idea is when you're doing it online, that people can identify you and potentially track you down.
So the judge in this case wrote that D'Ambrosio had failed to allege any false statements, and none of the statements included would fit the per se defamation category, that the women's words were inherently damaging. So that was all thrown out. Now, these groups are private. They are only open to women who must pass vetting checks to be admitted into the groups. The administrators will then sort of root out any new profiles and decline any profiles that look fake. So as I said at the start, they are ostensibly out there as a sort of a safety mechanism and a sort of a kinship support site for people to join. They're so popular around the globe. There's a group in New York City that's got 164,000 members. Los Angeles group has 79,000. Toronto, 81,000. Londoners as well. There's a group for Facebook in London, which has got 170,000 women in it. I mean, it's a long time since I've been on the dating scene, but with more and more people kind of, dating in that online now, then I suppose it's quite, you don't just have your friend down the pub kind of like who knows someone they want to introduce you to anymore. Like now you just need to sort of rely on the knowledge of strangers to say, like, does anyone else know this guy? I'm dating this guy. And I'd like to know if anyone else is dating him as well. But, he obviously didn't want to go viral. He's had his case thrown out, but one wonders whether, it's going to put off other people from posting images of or details of other men, other individuals to these groups for fear that they then might be targeted by the courts. Who knows?
Yeah. Excuse me. When I was looking purely for research, I should say, for the show, and just seeing, what kind of it's Facebook as well, which is kind of a bit of a, in terms of a social site, it's a bit older, but there are loads of these kind of Are We Dating the Same Guy Facebook groups across the country, across the world, as you said. And, I looked on the London one, and you can see, you can't join it, but you can, they set out the rules below, very clear, no screenshots, no personal information. They say it's about protecting women, not judging men, no libel or defamation. And you said these groups are private. That was interesting. The Guardian did a piece about these groups, and they quoted lawyer Mark Stevens, who says there is a defamation risk. Even if these groups are private, it's unlikely that people have the kind of time, money, and resources, but some may, and it's really got to be so careful, even in private groups, about making these claims. And it's really tricky. I mean, to read some of what was these women claimed he sent in terms of the messages, the tone of the messages, very kind of offensive and threatening to some of the women named in the lawsuit that he put together and is publicly available through the US court system. You can see why they feel like they need to group together.
But it's not going to be the case for every guy who might be dating multiple people at the same time. Sometimes it is just simply a case of you're just dating more than one person. There's nothing wrong with that. There's no crime committed there. So if they're being called out and their privacy is being exposed or interfered with in some way, just because people feel hard done by, then I can see why that would be potentially quite tricky. So an interesting one. We'll keep an eye on it if any more of these sort of stories come up as well.